Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
What is going on? Happy Monday evening. Well, late Monday afternoon, early Monday evening. This is the Club of the Man 1993. Hoping that this is working. First, this SmackDown review is late. Yes, I know the graphics aren't updated to the proper titles because I still, for the life of me, cannot find new graphics with these new title belts. Well, these at least on SmackDown right now. We'll talk about those as well. And I had a little bit of a scare last night with OBS. I was recording my the commentary for the last couple matches for my worst matches video that I'm hoping to do soon. Again, I'm probably about 3/4 of the way done with the shorts and the graphics. I'm almost done with that. And for some reason, when I recorded them, you could hear me, but the video was lagging very badly. And it turns out it was most likely because I had like awkwardly put my computer on sleep mode or something like that. So when I restarted it, it was working fine. I did, though, update to the latest version of OBS. So I'm still testing this out, getting to know this version. So hopefully we are good. But I'm here to at least get caught up on my SmackDown review. Again, I apologize again, these late reviews, guys. I'm trying my best to keep up. Again, we're less than 3 weeks away from the wedding. Hopefully after July, things will get a little more back on track. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to some of the video game Let's Plays I've been doing. Because again, I'm exhausted. I'm beat. We just had the shower this past weekend. I had a birthday party yesterday and a softball game. So yes, just keep staying patient as always, guys. But again, I'll continue to keep you guys posted. Say, hey, I'm here. I haven't forgotten about this. Just remind you guys that, I'm still doing things. But anyways, we're going to talk about SmackDown from this past week's episode. The June 9th. 2023 episode, and it took place in Des Moines, Iowa. And overall, SmackDown was interesting this week. Not everything quite hit it off on the proper note, I felt, for some things. There were some things, of course, though, that were pretty good, that, left me wondering, and maybe interested to see what's going on. Some things, of course, I didn't quite care about. Well, some I felt like I should have cared, but then it was kind of like, gave me a reason also not to care also. So, in some ways, kind of a mixed bag. As I'm, of course, calculating my grade real quick, because I completely forgot to do that. I do apologize about that. And then, let me get here, just about done. Okay, I got a final grade for me. I would say it was solid. It was not consistent. I think if some things were a little more like the way I feel about this show, I'll compare it to SummerSlam 2016. I liked it, but it was an inconsistent show. That's how I felt about this show. The stuff that was great, of course, which, of course, the stuff with the bloodline. The main hype going into this show was whether what decision Jey Uso will make. And after watching the show, we still don't have an answer as to what decision he's going to make. So we still don't know. We also were not told beforehand that there's going to be another new championship revealed. What was good about this show is this show did finally clear the air on some elephants in the room. Mainly, of course, involving the women's division. We also got more Money in the Bank qualifying matches that some, yes, I'm happy about the people who are there in it. But the matches themselves, well, one of them was good. The others I couldn't really care less about. So this was still solid, but again, inconsistent. There's things that I'm glad they addressed, they did right. But following up after with some of them, I'm like, ugh. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to go from there. So the show opened up with Paul Heyman kicking off with Solo Sikoa. There was no Roman Reigns, though, on the show. I was very surprised we didn't see Roman. I really thought we would. Especially with Jey Uso expecting to make his decision. Of course, basically, Jey does come out, and at first he wants to confront his brother, Solo Sikoa, and tell him you don't do that to your older brother. But then Paul Heyman tries laying some stuff out for him. Basically saying how Roman Reigns believes that he will someday be his successor. That Jey Uso will someday be the new tribal chief. The new head of the table. And of course, he's offering, he's showing that he's serious by giving him a shot for the United States Championship in the main event of this episode of SmackDown against Austin Theory. And basically he was like, I'll take, like, Heyman puts out his hands, all you gotta do is shake my hand, acknowledge that you're gonna stay with the bloodline. And that this is nobody else's fault but your brother, Jimmy's. And of course, Heyman goes shake his hand. Jay's like, thanks for the U.S. title shot, OG. I'll get back to you on that. He walks out. So, leaves us hanging. We still don't know yet what's going to be happening. We had a couple segments throughout the night, though. Jay had, we'll save the main event till the end. But we had a couple main event segments throughout the night. With, first off, we saw Sami Zayn confronting Jey Uso backstage. Which, yes, before I start blowing up, yes, I know Sami Zayn's a Raw superstar. But again, right now, he is the undisputed tag team champion. He can go from brand to brand. I'm not going to bitch about that one. But he was there and basically, gave him the pros and cons. And I understand either way. But again, just think about this and that and whatnot. Basically just trying to, again, Sami Zayn's being like the good angel on one shoulder. Paul Heyman's the devil on the other shoulder. So, Sami Zayn warns Jay that his current plans will realistically end the Usos as we know. So basically saying, who are you going to pick? The tribal chief? And you're going to take all this fame? Or are you going to betray your own brother? Your own twin brother? I think we also even got like another backstage segment with Austin Theory, of course, hyped up the match too. And I noticed also again that I think what they're doing with Austin Theory, saying that, remind us that he beat John Cena at WrestleMania. I feel like they're trying to do that the same way Paul Heyman was reminding us constantly that Brock Lesnar conquered The Undertaker's undefeated streak. And again, it's not working. Again, I am sorry. Again, I still will say Austin Theory beating John Cena has not really done much for him because of the way he won. Like, again, there feels like there's another part to this story because the whole idea was that John Cena shrunk Austin Theory way down to size. And basically what we got was Austin Theory saying, yep, he's right. And he's kind of just not that interesting anymore. He's not. But he hypes up the match. We also had another segment backstage with Jay and Paul backstage, again, trying to get an answer from him. But he still didn't give an answer. He said, just so you know, if I was the tribal chief, you wouldn't be in the bloodline, basically. So, we're getting the hints that Jay's gonna pick Jimmy for sure, right? Well, to be continued. We'll get back to that. But we had the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. The first one, that was the best of all of them we had on the show, which we had 1, 2, 3. We had 4 qualifying matches. 2 men's matches, 2 women's matches. And then they did also announce that on Raw tonight, we will be getting the final qualifying match, which is a random-ass match between Matt Riddle and Damian Priest. I get that this is probably going to have Gunther probably costing Matt Riddle the match, getting Damian Priest in the match, which he's been getting a lot of praise lately, especially from his street fight with Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico. I get that they're teasing the face turn for him, but missed opportunity not putting Cody Rhodes in this ladder match. Because now it's pretty clear to me that they're probably not going to do Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes Part 2 at SummerSlam. Because there's no story now to them doing it at SummerSlam. Like, Cody's not going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match unless... Because now I'm guessing they're going to do a match with him and Dom on pay-per-view, which, okay, something different. Unless that one becomes the winner gets into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. But it wouldn't make sense. Why would they really add a 7th person in the match just because? Again, the obstacle of Brock Lesnar is still there. So, now, to me, there's no reason for Cody to fight Roman at SummerSlam. But now it's like, what, you're going to have him win the Rumble again just so he can fight Roman? Like, I guess maybe you have him win the Chamber? I don't know. I don't know what you do at this point. Because, again, it seems inevitable to me that, they announced a couple months ago the idea of doing Cody Rhodes and Gunther at WrestleMania 40, which I'd like to see that match. But now it's like we're going to do Cody and Roman Part 2 at WrestleMania 40. Which I don't think they can get to WrestleMania 40. Especially look at this also. SummerSlam is like about a month and a half away. If Cody's not going to fight Roman at SummerSlam, who the hell is? AJ Styles is involved in the feud with Karrion and Kross. We'll talk about that in a bit. Bobby Lashley's not really doing much at all. I don't think Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns is a SummerSlam match. They may do that match at Money in the Bank instead of the tag match. They could do the tag match, but again, like, how many more times is Roman not going to defend his title? Like, how, at this point, again, Roman's got 1,000 days. He's got the brand new belt. He's beaten everybody. And especially if he's working less and less dates, how on earth are you going to get this title reign to WrestleMania 40? Like, okay, now it feels like it's run its course. Like, now it feels like Roman has to drop the belt. There's just no reason to really, get this going further than SummerSlam. And, like, no one else is built up right now to even have a chance to beat Roman. So, yeah, Cody not being in the ladder match, which, okay, that means that my favorite to win now is definitely LA Knight. But, of course, even the way they're booking LA Knight is worrying me. Again, I still worry that they're trying to take away his catchphrases because they're getting a positive response. He's not saying, yeah, too much, or let me talk to you. He's not saying much. So, I am worried. But these Money in the Bank qualifying matches. The one with Santos, Escobar, and Mustafa Ali was good. Although, again, it would have been better had they not had Mustafa Ali a free agent. We got the 2 women's matches were Bayley and Mia Yim. Bayley, of course, won as I expected. Io Sky defeated Shotzi Blackheart as I expected. So both members of Damage Control are in. I don't think they announced yet a final women's match qualifier yet for Raw. I don't think they have yet. But basically, SmackDown's, I think, pretty set, I think. And then, of course, we had Butch, Pete Dunne, who still wrestled like Pete Dunne, so I've seen that, defeated Baron Corbin. Free agent Baron Corbin. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams were at ringside, because Baron Corbin is apparently now feuding with Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. Why? And I don't really care at all, because he shouldn't be, because they should keep booking him. Like, okay, if you're going to transition the bum-ass Corbin, which I don't think they fully are, why have him go after the NXT Championship and even get an opportunity? You know? Man, so, yeah, but I didn't realize, that's right, this pay-per-view's in London, so of course they want to have somebody from London be in this match. So, Butch, Pete Dunne, as they can find, could they please just call him Pete Dunne again? If they'll let him wrestle like Pete Dunne, let him be called Pete Dunne again. Please. Please. But those are the qualifying matches. Other stuff that happened on this show, I'll get to a couple other, small things before we get to the two big things. First, we did have a segment with Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler coming out with these nuts. They basically came out and just challenged each other for a Women's Tag Team Championship unification match. Again, it still makes no sense that Indy Hartwell had to be relinquished of the NXT Women's Championship, but Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn couldn't. They could take their titles to SmackDown. But if they want to merge the titles and have the women's tag titles float between the main roster and NXT, fine. I don't think the men's tag team titles should, but the women's, fine. Because again, there's no depth. No established teams. Nothing really interesting. So if they want to merge them together, fine. Also, I want to suggest this. If Bray Wyatt ever comes back, why not put Isla Dawn and Alba Fyre with him? Just something to think about. Just an idea to pitch there. Just since Alexa Bliss is out now pregnant. Just an idea. After the match with Mia Yim and Bayley, because he was on commentary, but AJ Styles got attacked by Karrion Kross after Scarlett sprayed, I blew some red powder in his face. So they're continuing this feud with AJ Styles and Karrion Kross. But all it did was set up for a mixed tag match for next week. I would have rather had them just stay away from that and just done Karrion Kross and AJ Styles, even though what is AJ going to win again? It's kind of like this. Again, they had that segment a couple weeks ago where Karrion Kross mentioned, what he did to his most recent victims. Even though he lost to them, I got what they're saying. He still got something out of it, but both Karrion Kross and AJ Styles need to get a victory. They both need a win. It's not the right time for those two to be colliding with each other. And quite frankly, again, I just really didn't have any interest in this match with this mixed tag match, in my opinion. But we have that. And then also Cameron Grimes clobbered Baron Corbin backstage. Even though he's feuding for the NXT Championship, he's still looking like a slob. He shouldn't be feuding for the NXT Championship. There's no reason that he should. Okay, so the final two things to talk about. First, we'll talk about the main event last. But we'll talk about the new women's titles. So, again, we addressed two big elephants in the room on the show. First, of course, was the women's tag titles. We're getting a unification match on SmackDown next week between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. Then, of course, we were told we're going to be getting a new championship design. Of course, as soon as it was announced, I figured, it's probably going to be what we got last week, except probably with a white strap, right? Well, first off, the good news is We don't have to worry about this awkward thing of like the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw. Because apparently Rhea's getting a new belt too. But they gave Asuka the WWE Women's Championship. And guess what? That's right, it's the exact same belt as Roman Reigns. Gold, but with white on the outside. The strap is white with gold. Another lazy design, but whatever. I hate the design, but I like the fact that at least they're getting rid of that other elephant in the room. But then, of course. Now, let's put this in perspective. Before this segment, they had a segment backstage with Adam Pearce. They had a segment with Pearce and Bianca Belair. Adam kindly asks Bianca to not get involved in this championship reveal segment. You are entitled to a rematch. But then, as soon as Adam Pearce puts this new strap around Asuka's waist, for the first time since WrestleMania 39, we hear, "Woo!" That's right. Charlotte Flair is back. She made her return for the first time since WrestleMania. So you know what that means. Charlotte walks out, sees the title, and just says, "I want that, and I don't need to get in line because I am the line." And Asuka, of course, accepts. So look at that. Charlotte Flair once again. That's how we book her now. If she's not in the title picture, she's at home chilling. And then she comes back and wins a championship. There's Asuka once again getting screwed over. Asuka, once again, they had to take the title off of her. You think, oh, maybe they'll give her a reign. Establish this brand new heel, kind of evil clown character. Nope. She's just going to be a transitional champion. So they can do the feud they wanted to do for WrestleMania. Charlotte and Bianca for the title. And I'll bet you any money, had they still would have done that match, Charlotte probably would have beaten Bianca. And of course, Bianca obviously was not happy about this backstage. I don't blame her. But yet, if they do a triple threat, either at Money in the Bank, because it's already going to be at least Asuka versus Charlotte, but they at least do a triple threat, either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, they're probably going to have Charlotte Flair be the face. Because there's been rumors for a while that they're looking to turn Bianca Belair and the Street Profits heel. By the way, I missed also, there was also a backstage segment where Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn basically found the whole SmackDown tag team division. There's going to be a gauntlet next week to crown a new number one contender for the tag titles on SmackDown. I guess they're fighting for both titles. I don't know. But yeah, so basically there's been rumors for about a month or two now that they're looking to turn Bianca and the Street Profits heel. Okay. But here's my question also. How on earth, and again, she's a great wrestler. She's a great talent. But if all she's going to do is wrestle when she gets a championship, drops the title, then leaves, why the hell should I want to see Charlotte Flair be a damn babyface? How is that a babyface character? Like, seriously. Why? You can do Charlotte and Bianca. But why can't you just do that in a non-title feud? Why does Charlotte have to come in, win titles, and then drop it to somebody, go away, just to come back and win the title back? How does that benefit anybody? No wonder why people think, like Asuka or Rhea or anybody else who's beaten Charlotte recently has had crappy title reigns. Because once again, nobody else can benefit. Nobody else can elevate when you have one woman who just comes in, wins a title, leaves, and when she feels like getting the title back, comes right back. So lovely. Lovely. Charlotte Flair is going to win the title off of Asuka at Money in the Bank, and Asuka's going to go back to nothing because once again they didn't give Asuka the title because they wanted to give Asuka the title. They needed Asuka to win the title just to be a transitional champion to the new belt. Like, you can't give her a break. Like, here's the thing also. Again, there's still rumored cuts by July 1st. At this point, just let Asuka go. That post she made after WrestleMania about her leaving, going to New Japan, like that cryptic tweet she posted, honestly, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. They've given her title reigns, but then the moment that they didn't need her to be champion anymore, they pulled it off of her. And she got nothing out of her title reigns. Also, Charlotte Flair as women's champion, other than the first year when she was Divas champion and when she was her first run with the Raw/WWE women's title, which she feuded with Sasha. Okay? Other than those title reigns, have any other title reigns she's had been memorable at all? They really haven't. And the past couple years, most of the time when she gets the title, she doesn't defend it. So when she's not defending it, how is that again helping your roster? Like, it just shows that no matter who has the title, whether it's Charlotte, whether it's Asuka, whether it's Ronda, whether it's Bianca, whether it's Rhea, no matter who it is, nobody's going to benefit having that championship because there's going to be no challengers. They're just going to swap it back and forth because those are the only people that can actually be worth a damn as champion. So, yes, although I like the fact they addressed the elephant in the room, got rid of the Raw and SmackDown branded titles, the WWE Women's Championship, and probably tonight the Women's World Championship, which will probably be the same strap that Seth Rollins has, except it's white instead of black. Boring. They're so freaking lazy with their designs. So, yeah, again, I like this, then I hated it with the return of Charlotte. We all know what that means. Again, she's a great wrestler, but these random-ass title reigns are pointless. Why can't she just come in, do a couple non-title feuds, elevate the division, and then you can give her a title reign? That actually means something. She's going to be like a 17-time world champion, and I'm not going to care because most of her reigns, although she's a great wrestler, haven't stood out to me. Her best work, again, was when she got her first main roster championship run. And, of course, was her first run of the Raw Women's title. All her other ones really have not done much at all. I'm sorry. Again, Charlotte, Hall of Famer. One of the best in the ring. But again, I don't like this booking of her literally just winning a title, going away for a few months, coming back just to win the title, and then when she drops the title again, she's going to go away again, and nobody is going to benefit from it. Because she'll probably just come right back and take the same title right away again. So yeah, we have that. And then we had the main event, which was Austin Theory versus Jey Uso for the United States Championship. And of course, Jay's got to give a decision. Who's he siding with? The Bloodline or his own brother, Jimmy Uso? So, I had first the slightest inkling that maybe, just maybe they were going to give the U.S. title to Jay. I thought maybe this could maybe set up for a possible match with the Bloodline, like Full and Jay saying, like, we don't trust you, and setting up for Solo to take the title off of Jay and become United States Champion. Well, of course, Pretty Deadly, who seemed to be a definite thing with Austin Theory, got involved in the match. Jimmy came out and tried to save Jay. Solo then showed up and tried to take out Jimmy. But then when Jimmy went to super kick Solo, Solo got out of the way and accidentally super kicked Jay, knocking Jay down, costing him the match. So afterwards, Jay doesn't want anything to do with Paul Heyman, but he also wants nothing to do with his brother. He still gives no answer, and then we see Paul Heyman afterwards going, call Roman Reigns. Has anybody noticed he's been doing that? I'm sorry, I said I would stop ranting about him, so I'm not going to even talk about the man that I have no respect for anymore. But yeah, Jay still left us in the air. So it's definitely that we see Jimmy as a babyface now. That turn alert will come sometime this week. But Jay, where does Jay stand? For now, he's still a Bloodline member. But for how long will it be? We'll have to find out. And that's my review of SmackDown. Also, I apologize I didn't have my SmackDown shirt on tonight, but I did, did wear it while doing a lot of work over the weekend, so I had to get put in the wash, so I didn't have it, but I still want to get caught up on this. Again, I have my turn alert to do. Don't know if I'll get to that tonight, but at some point this week. Again, like I said, less than 3 weeks till the wedding. Once the wedding's done, hopefully I'll be able to get stuff back on track. And hopefully soon again, I'll have that worst matches video due. Again, I'm about 3/4 of the way done with the graphics and the shorts. So hopefully that'll be up soon. And hopefully no more scares with the OBS, because that was frightening last night. But I'll give the show a B-. Again, there was stuff that was good. Like, stuff with the Bloodline was awesome. I did like the match with Santos, Escobar, and Mustafa Ali. I like that they addressed the elephants in the room with the tag titles and the women's title. I don't like that they set for another match with Asuka and Charlotte, and Asuka's probably going to lose again, and so on. But yeah, give me your guys' thoughts on this. What are your guys' thoughts on this episode of SmackDown, the new belt, Charlotte's return, the Bloodline? Did you want to see Jay win the U.S. title? What do you guys think? Leave your guys' thoughts down in the comments section below. And be sure, as always, to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night. And don't ever forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself.